Hey, hey, hey! This is your friendly neighborhood Latino, Narsha, and I'm still here at DreamHack Midsummer's Brawl with Quacknix! Just came out! Oh, was super exciting! 3-2 win over Method going on in the tournament. Congratulations! How do you feel about that series?
Thank you very much. The series was so insane. It was so intense, and the fact that we managed to pull out with a 3-2 reverse sweep is, yeah, it's really hype. So I'm just super happy at this point that we made it.
Yeah, we've kind of touched upon it on Twitter and stuff. You guys haven't had the perfect run up to this tournament, with some roster changes that are already out there. It's just waiting to happen. But you still pulled out very good today. Is the clarification around the future for you guys? Is that actually a plus for you?
Yeah, for sure. That's the biggest thing going into this tournament. That I actually think we're in a better shape. Atmosphere-wise than we were like the whole season, because we're just having fun together, and we're still tryharding obviously, but we're having a lot of fun. There's a lot of respect, and I feel super relieved because I've been touching a lot on it in general, that I've been kind of depressed and demotivated for almost a year's time due to various reasons. But this happening, and after it was when I first got the news, it sucked, right? But after I don't know the word, but when I dealt with it, basically, it felt so good for me, and I felt that I was getting back to the state and the quack I used to be, so it felt really good. And the only downside with this is normally we would go to a boot camp and start practicing 3 or 4 weeks before, and at boot camp play 9 hours plus a day, but now we played 8 scrim blocks going into this tournament, so that's 1/5 of what we would play normally, probably.
Yeah, that's what I do. Last year we saw FNATIC win the whole thing. Home field advantage, it was crazy. It was absolutely crazy. Of course, it can still happen. You're playing the loser of Genji versus Dignitas tomorrow, and things can happen. But last year we also saw it was Korea and EU that dominated the tournament. This year it's much more even between the major regions. Well, what are your take on that?
So I think Korea is at the same power level as they has been for the past 2 years, but EU took a step back with the roster changes from the old Swedish FNATIC and the old Dignitas, whilst NA has been improving. They're catching up. So this time around, Korea is at the same level. I think EU is kind of rusty, and NA is pretty strong. So I think everybody has a chance at this event, but I would bet my money on Korea for sure.
Yeah, it could very quickly be Genji versus Tempest in the final. Two teams that were looking really strong. But looking at Europe, we see a lot of things happening in the scene. The open division gets more popular, more teams, more viewers for the streams, everything. We see the amateur scene growing. What do you feel about the state of the hero scene at the moment? Both on the personal level, just playing and have fun on the ladder and everything, and for the esports side.
So honestly, I don't have too good track of if it's actually growing and whatnot, but I still think it's fairly big, and the community we have is so amazing, right? So that's good enough if it's for me at least, but maybe Blizzard needs it to grow even further. But I'm really happy to hear that the amateur leagues and so on are growing, and there's more interest in that. And I'm starting to feel passionate again, so I will make sure to spam solo queue next season as well. I don't wanna not make it to lands. I'm gonna try hard for that with Zealots. But overall, I'm super happy with the current state of heroes, and hopefully it's just growing, right?
Couple of last things. Third ban coming up pretty soon. Oh, I see a smile on his face, a smirk that you usually only have when you win things. You looking forward to the third ban being implemented?
I think so for sure, because I think the meta, it always changes, right, with patches, but it's kind of stay. A lot of the heroes, the same heroes, are always meta because they're so strong in comparison to most. And I think with the third ban coming in, you have you can target ban a player maybe, or just remove the strongest heroes from the game, right? And that will mix up a lot. So if Genji, Tracer, Maya, Hanzo is out of the game, all of a sudden you have to pick new ranged heroes. Maybe Rainer's not gonna come back, but you see what I'm saying, right? If you target ban a certain pool, whether it's warrior or or range or melee, that will force them, like they will force people to try new picks and so on. So I think the meta will get very diverse, and like people will actually have really good impact with like playing their own style with 3 bans coming in.
It's really cool. You heard it here first. Raynor's coming back into the meta. I'm really looking forward to seeing your builds. That's what I said. Thanks a lot, Quack, for taking the time to talk to us, and good luck going forward in tournaments.